welcome to the stream, guys. Hello, hello. I'm a little bit more lively today than I was yesterday. And if you guys saw the cool starting screen, it's the best. Winter made all of the art that you see there, and I just put it together. And I think he likes how I put it together too. I think it looks good. So we got our coffee. Gonna chill. We're gonna draw Rurouni Kenshin this morning. Uh, Rurouni Kenshin is my all-time favorite anime. I know. I think I've said this before. I know there's controversy by the artist, but I don't care. I separate the artist from the art. I think that the anime, well, actually, more specifically, the manga is amazing. I think it's one of the best mangas ever created. Uh, but because the artist has had some controversy, uh, I I just don't care. Like I even own a Shonen Jump with the very last episode of Rurouni Kenshin, believe it or not. And I don't know how many people own that. Like it's pretty rare. I'm pretty sure because there's only one that came out, and I don't know if you can find that chapter somewhere else, but it's in Shonen Jump for sure. One of the best mangas ever created. I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. So that's what we're doing today. We're going to be drawing Kenshin. Winterwolf says coffee because coffee backwards is efok. Oh, efok. And I don't give efok before coffee. And absolutely, you can respect a person's artworks without being a diehard fan of that person. Winter, you got me there. That's hilarious. Hilarious. Yeah, I'm actually kind of sad that he had some controversy because I really liked him as an artist. I really respect him as an artist, as his art works. Now, I didn't realize a lot of this stuff. I guess this stuff happened years ago, like probably about, oh, I don't know, 5, 6 years ago. I didn't realize it until this year that he was going through this controversy just because I don't keep up with people like artists. I don't keep up with other artists. I don't really care. Like honestly, if they come out with new stuff, cool. I believe he came out with a whole other anime or another manga, and I was reading it, and it was okay. It was not, it was not as good as Kenshin, in my opinion, so I didn't get into it heavy. But, I don't know, I feel like Kenshin has, like, kind of a mystical air behind it, a little bit. Because for those of y'all who don't know, Kenshin was a samurai. And I'm gonna play some music here. Sorry, I didn't have my music up. Kenshin was a samurai, and he went to war and basically took care and made certain people no more. Um, and he regretted it in the end after he regretted it. I'm not going to tell you the whole story because it would ruin it, but he basically regretted his life in the war and tried to make amends, and there's a reason behind that. There's a situation that happens, which I'm not going to ruin the story because it's so good. So you guys could also watch Samurai X movies. It'll explain his past, and but you could also just read the manga, which I would recommend reading the manga over any of the animes. The animes were made for like kids, and like they were super like giddy and happy, and really like the manga, there are those moments where there's giddy happy moments, but it was a comedic relief, where I think the animes kind of make it feel a little bit more childlike. I don't know. I mean, and then they make him talk weird, which in Japanese, uh, so a little fun fact, like he never he never says I, he never says watashi wa, I don't think. Because every time he says I, he's mad, he's pissed off. he always talks about himself as this one, or I guess he says this one. Basically, he doesn't, it's all a polite thing. Like, he doesn't really talk about himself. And that's a lot to do with the Japanese culture, too, because in Japan, it's all about everybody, not just about me and I, as far as I understand. And even the language is very much like that, just very respectful of other people. And the way he speaks is very respectful of other people and not just about himself. He becomes a very humble person. And so when he speaks in English, yeah, bro speaks in formal essay, 100%. It just comes off weird when he speaks in English because it's like, bro, why are you speaking like that? No one talks like that. Well, in Japan and Japanese, I'm assuming in Japan it's a little more normal. I don't know because I don't speak Japanese, or I mean, I don't know the culture in that regard. I have learned some Japanese. I've learned some Japanese, but like a lot of times in Japanese, you can even, from what I remember, you can leave out watashi wa in certain sentences. You don't even like say, "Hey, I do this," whereas in English, you speak, "I do this." But yes, he speaks in like formal essay, 100%. And it's kind of weird to a lot of people who probably don't even know what's going on. But the manga kind of explains it, I think, a little bit better than like the anime. Anywho, we're going to get to drawing. You know what, guys? I have this laptop, and I've got my phone, and I've got my mic, and I've got my camera, and I've got another like portable screen. I just have all these things on this desk, and I'm always moving them because like it makes it easier for me to watch my baby while I do this. So I'm like so cluttered. I feel like I'm cluttered everywhere. So I feel like I'm gonna draw him kind of happy. I think it would be good instead of him angry, because that's how I know him, is happy. It will make him happy. I don't know if y'all can hear the baby. She's gonna be talking a little bit. She's in a happy mood. Coffee's so good. You know, I forgot my peppermint in my coffee. Now, I always draw women, so, like, drawing men is kind of a challenge, because, like, I always want to make men look hot, and I feel like drawing men, it's not something I'm great at. Hello, April! Welcome to the stream! We're drawing Rurouni Kenshin today. If I can. I wish I could make this reference window, like, a little bit smaller. It's kind of, like, massive on my screen. Why can't I pick you up? How are you doing this morning, guys? How is everyone doing this morning? So, like, women have, like, very, like, roundish features, whereas, like, men have more pointy features. So, like, I have to, like, in order to make him look like, he's good looking, I have to give him more pointy features and not rounded. And I'm so used to drawing rounded features because, good, I'm good. Thanks for asking. I'm so used to drawing rounded features because I'm so used to drawing women. Reference window. Thank you. Rose against the reference window. It doesn't like me. I draw women too because women are beautiful and men are stomps and potatoes. But you can make men look good. I mean, actually, I know an artist, Ryan Spirit. She's really good art, but oh man, she only draws men. I don't know how she does it. And she makes it look good. But like, to me, like, some of them, they look all more like femboys. Like, they're all like pretty and they have like flowers in their mouths and stuff like that. Like yes, technically they're men, but they're kind of femboys. And I thought it was hilarious. I think I one time heard Tectone talk about femboys. And he was like, femboys only look good for so long. And then after a while, they become looking more like men. So, like, if you like a femboy, you just got to be aware. I think this is him saying this. I want to say, someone said this I was listening to. It was like, if you like a femboy, just realize they won't look like that forever. Like, dang. Fortunately, I'm not a femboy fan. Aesthetically speaking, though, I just find female characters more enjoyable to draw. They also offer more of a challenge when drawing longer hair and dynamic poses with figures that are curvier. It's not just as simple as draw a Minecraft bod and give buzz cut. I think men are harder. I think it's harder to make men, and maybe that's because I draw women too much. Like, I find that men are harder to draw because I have a harder time making them look masculine. Like, I think Kenshin is a little bit harder for me because he kind of has a little bit of a femboy look when he's happy. So, like, it's hard to, like, not make him too feminine, but at the same time, like, he's also kind of a masculine dude, too. So, I don't know. He's a hard one. Like, Sanosuke, his buddy, he's probably much easier to draw because it's all squares. But, like, Kenshin has, like, all this, like, hair. I don't even know if this neck looks any good. Just, like, I'll just draw it and then I'll fix it later is what happens. I'll just fix it later. You know, it's also hard. Like, when I was looking up, like, references for Kenshin, it's so easy to come across, like, an AI generated Kenshin. I'm like, oh, Lord. I don't need that AI. Don't need that AI right now. I know someone like that, Amara. She makes her boys look super feminine and always like, bro, look at them nails and lashes. You know, like, I don't want my men to look feminine. I want my men to look manly. It's my goal, like, to have my men look masculine. I like Ryan Spirit stuff, by the way. I think Ryan Spirit makes really, really pretty pictures. I just think that the characters that she draws have a little bit more feminine features than more masculine, but she does amazing art. So if y'all check her out, go ahead and check her out. She has amazing, amazing pictures. I'm gonna give him an ear. Hello, hello, welcome to the stream. We are drawing Kenshin. I'm trying to draw Kenshin. You're called the interviewer? Are you gonna interview me? Am I getting interviewed? Tell me you're not a background artist by slamming a rectangle in the background. Yes, 100%. I hate backgrounds so much, Winter. I hate backgrounds so much that I'm lazy. This is what I do. This is what I do 100%. And you know I do it. You know I'm lazy. You call me out for it too. No, maybe I will. Who knows? I mean, you can interview me. Do you want to ask me questions? I mean, I aspire to be a artist. I'm a VTuber. I'm Moth. I like coffee. So there, now you can write a whole essay about me. Shoot, I don't like that. Interviewer, she's aiming to, yes, I'm aiming to be famous. My goal in life is to at least reach fame of at least a couple thousand followers. I mean, I've already reached Twitch fame of like 28 followers. So like my total goal is to like reach fame on YouTube for at least a couple thousand followers. That'd be great, right? You know what, guys? Y'all are not gonna believe this. I actually own a reverse blade sword. Just because I like this anime so much, I own a reverse blade sword. It's somewhere in this house. I have it somewhere. What's my favorite music artist? For me, it's Temini. I'm sorry, I'm like halfway dyslexic, so this is hard to read. Nefex, Ruckus, and maybe Alan Walker. I like a lot of I like a lot of classic rock. So like I listen to a lot of well, I like everything. I like a little bit of everything. A lot of like modern pop music, classic rock, regular rock, I mean I've listened to some death metal. I listen to just about everything. I don't listen to a lot of like extremely hardcore rap. I'll listen to some rap, but I don't listen to like the heavy stuff. Like same with death metal. Like I'll listen to some death metal. I'll listen to some screamo, but not super heavy. I think if it gets too heavy, I just am like, whoa, it's too much. I like very light-hearted music, very happy music. But again, like the 80s had something going on. So I listened to a lot of like Journey's, Journey, Queen, golly, now I gotta look up all these bands. But y'all get the idea. Like back in those days, I listened to some Metallica. I see 80s bands. But like your classic 80s bands. Oh, U2, yeah, Guns N' Roses, Van Halen, Bon Jovi. Oh yeah, all of these for sure. You like Fade and Spectre and Dreamer and Faded and the Spectre, Alan Walker's NCS. Songs are cool. Sad that Fade, Spectre, and Force isn't on NCS anymore. Yeah, I understand that. If it doesn't sound like a coven of angry witches screaming to the sound of a hornet nest buzzing, recorded in Scandinavian, shred on a single copper wire, it's not death metal. My only thing with death metal, like my biggest thing with death metal is like understanding the lyrics. And I think that's the hardest thing for me is like if I don't understand your lyrics, I'm gonna have a hard time really enjoying your music. And a lot of death metal, it's like really hard to like sometimes understand the lyrics. But I will listen to it. I mean, I've listened to some of it. I'm not a like if you were to tell me K-pop, I don't know much K-pop. I don't know much J-pop either. So like if you were to like say, "Hey, I like this J-pop or I like this K-pop," I'd have to look them up because like I don't listen to a lot of it. Looking up something real quick. I do like Alan Walker though. I do like a lot of also country music, some country music. I do like EDM. So like Alan Walker's pretty good. I do like EDM. Yeah, I do like EDM. I do like Dead Mouse. Dead Mouse is pretty good too. I'll listen to some Dead Mouse. Don't say K-pop, it summons Amara from the void to spam K-pop demon hunters. Your favorite though. Okay, like the music from K-pop demon hunters is not bad. Winter, you at least got to give K-pop demon hunters that much. Like it wasn't the music wasn't terrible. You love Alan Walker too, April? I like Alan Walker. Yeah, I do too. I like EDM too, especially dubstep. I like dubstep. I like EDM. I like all of it. It's happy and upbeat, and I'm typically a happy person. At least I try to stay a happy person. Like I think my whole thing with music is like if it's sad or depressing or angry, I feel like that. And I don't like to feel sad, depressed or angry. So I don't want to. So I don't typically like listen to that kind of stuff. That makes me upset. So I'm actually kind of curious, like, what do y'all like to watch? I'm thinking about taking my channel a route, and I'm curious about what y'all think. Since the anime stuff seems to do pretty well, I'm thinking of incorporating like anime and gaming into a lot of my into a lot of this channel because I get a lot of good feedback from anime. And I know everything anime. I mean, I would say everything. Like, I don't know a lot of modern anime, but like, you give me the classics, I know just about all of them. I know some of the modern. I've watched a lot of anime. I've read a lot of manga. So if y'all like this kind of stuff, like, I'm totally into it. I could totally go into like some deep core, hardcore anime. So I've thought about like doing videos on it on like certain anime stuff, and then also incorporating just a little bit of gaming into the channel as well. And I just was curious, like, do y'all like the anime? I mean, what do y'all think? Lesser known, I am a fan of Vila, multi-genre, but makes music based on games and animes, movies she likes. Makes songs about Final Fantasy, BioShock, StarCraft, and everything in between. I always thought it would be pretty cool. So I've actually seen Earthbound Papas. I don't know if you've probably heard their music. Earthbound Papas, they made a lot of Final Fantasy 7 music. I don't know if they're still around. I don't know if they're still making music, but I actually saw them at a anime concert. And that was really, really cool. I would have to look her up to know who you're talking about, though, Winter. The reason I thought about Earthbound Papas is because you said Final Fantasy. You know what would be really cool if I could make some like Final Fantasy art? I don't think I've ever really drawn a whole lot of Final Fantasy art. I don't think I've ever made like hardly any Final Fantasy art. I always wanted to make one of the bunny girls, like the cute little bunny girls would be kind of fun. I forget what are they called? If I draw gaming stuff, I listen to her. If I draw a fantasy, I listen to Can you send me some of that stuff? Maybe I've heard it, maybe I haven't. If you want to, you can send me some of it. Draw Fran and Bethier. Let me look that up. Balthier. Fran and Balthier. Oh, this is a bunny girl. She's so pretty. It's Final Fantasy. Oh, yeah. They would be a cool duo to draw. She is so pretty, though. That would be a neat stream to do. I know it started with a V. Vieira. I never played a bunny girl, though. When I played Final Fantasy, I always played the cat girls. So I never played the bunny girls. Winter, you're gonna have to teach me how to be a better background artist. You're gonna have to teach me how to be the better background artist. That is gonna be your goal. We're gonna do a stream about it. And you're gonna teach me how to make backgrounds better. I'm cutting his head off. Look, right here. I'm gonna cut his head off. I'm gonna make it bigger. Give him like big hair. There we go. I can put together lazy, easy background in 5 minutes or less. I mean, I can make lazy, easy background. Right? At least I think I can. I thought I was still getting an interview. Like, I only got asked one question. That was not quite that. I want a better interview than this. If the only interview question that I get is what music I like, it's not much of an interview because, like, the problem with me and music, okay? I'm gonna tell you this straight up. The problem with me and music is I will understand a song. Like, I'll be like, oh yeah, I've heard this song before. I know this song. But if you were to ask me who sings it, I'd be like, like, I don't know. Because I don't put the two and two together. I'm like that with actors and actresses. I'm like, I've seen that guy. Who's that guy? That's Tom Hardy. Oh, okay. Like, that's me. Like, I don't keep track of people like that. For artists that want to speed run backgrounds. But, like, I can draw kind of a speed run background. I know you hate my backgrounds. We'll do Winter's version of speed run backgrounds. I was hoping you were going to make me a background master. I think where my art excels, like, I think I'm pretty good at drawing characters, but that's about it. Like, I can draw characters and then I get tired of the piece. I'm like, we're done. Put his hair a little bit out here. I mean, I don't think it's all that, but like I think I can at least draw a character. My wife is like, I don't know who sings that, but I can tell exactly. I can tell you every lyric. I just don't know who sings it. I'm that way with what do you call it? I'm that way with actors. I'm that way with movies. I'm that way with with music. It doesn't matter. But you know what? There's this guy that there's this guy that go to the grocery store and he knows every movie. He knows like all the actors. He knows every single one. I'm like, how do you know this? He's like a movie connoisseur. He knows all of it. And I'm like, how, bud? How do you know all this? It kind of makes me a little jealous, honestly. I could, but it requires more than 5 minutes on a background rose. Well, are you good at 5-minute backgrounds? Are you good with 5-minute backgrounds? This is my 5-minute background, okay? My 5-minute background is a rectangle. It's a rectangle. I thought you would appreciate my rectangle. So fun fact, Kenshin's eyes are, I believe, purple, but when he gets mad, they turn red. Like, really red. And Kenshin doesn't, that's another thing, like, Kenshin never gets mad. When he gets mad, it's serious. I can make a pleasing background in 5 minutes. Yes, I can make a masterclass one and more. I assume your more is like 5 hours. So, like, does he look hot? Does he look good? Does he look like a hot anime character or what? Did I do it right, guys? Gaussian blur. We're not there yet. Oh, wait, hold on. You wrote more. For background, lots of blurring in about 1 hour. Yes, lots of Gaussian blur. Gaussian blur's your friend forever. Oh, we gotta draw the X on his face. It's not Kenshin without an X on his face. And if y'all want to know how he got that X on his face, you're gonna have to read the manga or watch the anime. The only thing I'm not good with, like, drawing samurai swords, like, I struggle making them look good. There's a bunch of, like, diamonds. I think this is the first time I've actually drawn something, like, really for myself. Because, like, all the time I'm drawing stuff for you guys, and I'm like, no, I'm drawing this today. You know what? I need to get, I like y'all's suggestions, believe it or not, because it forces me to draw things that, like, I wouldn't think about, which I think is awesome. That one looks terrible. Man, last night when I was streaming, I felt like my brain was melting. Not gonna lie, I was so tired. I felt like I was just like not all there, man. I started talking about random things and I'm like, you know what, I need to go to bed. It's the pattern, the way it's wrapped. The Master Sword in Zelda is wrapped the same way in some of the games. I know that. I know you're right. I know it's the way it's wrapped and like how it's like masterfully made. I do know that. I just have a hard time drawing them. I don't know why. Cause like later on, I'll look at it later and I hate it. Like I'll look at it and be like, I hate this. I wish it were better. It's how I feel in the moment. Here we go. I drew it. I drew it. We did it. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream, my lady. And thank you. Appreciate it. I'm excited. I haven't drawn Kenshin in probably a long time. Last time I drew him was for what was that? The challenge? Oh, what was that challenge? I always enjoy good art stream. Thank you. I like making them, but I always worry about art. Like what I worry about art streams is, are they entertaining? Because like I can make video games entertaining. I'm like, I don't know if I can make art streams entertaining. It's just drawing. I think like I get like worried about how boring art is. But I'm glad to hear that someone enjoys a good art stream because that makes me happy. Maybe it's not as boring as I think it is. I watch art streams. Like I do. I'll watch art streams. I'll watch VTuber streams. People making VTubers animating, but I'm like, how much of this like do other people enjoy? Was that half finished coloring challenge? Yes, my half. Okay, look, hold on. Give me a second. Look. I can't show you everything because if I showed you, it will spoil some of the fun of a video I'm making, so I can't show you. But I'm gonna pull it up. My half finished and it's like looks terrible because like the DPI is like really bad. Look. It's a little over halfway finished. Maybe I should just finish it. LOL, considering I'm an animator, I am enjoying watching people do art. I'm glad. I'm an animator too. I actually made my VTuber model, if you don't know. I made my background. Everything I make except for Winter's art. Winter's art is bam in your face. I will BRB 1 second. But this is everything here is animated, including my little capybara. I made that too. A little capybara just chilling. But look, if I show y'all, hold on real quick. See, this is all made by me as well. The only thing I didn't make here is the little dust flying, that's Canva. And like some of the stars sparkling, that's Canva too. But a lot of it is me. Most of it's me. But 1 second, I gotta go check out my daughter, so it'll be just like 2 seconds. I'm back. I'm glad you think it's adorable because it actually kind of makes me kind of sad. This art, a lot of it was done. So like you can see the progression in it. Like the Kenshin was my first one, but because the DPI or whatever on it was like you can literally see the pixels in some of these. It's so bad because I guess I didn't make it big enough. I don't know. It's so pixelated. So I ended up I just kept drawing it. Like the Kenshin looks terrible. I don't like it. And then I think I drew Tokyo Mew Mew next, and then I drew, I forget what her name is, Butterfly Girl. And then I drew Kyo, and Kyo I think turned out pretty well. And then I drew Usagi, Sailor Moon. I think her name's Usagi, right? Man, I should get better at my anime lore. Maybe I should finish it. I probably should finish it, even though it's been like years. Like I just redrew Ichigo from Tokyo Mew Mew. And if you haven't seen it, because some of y'all have seen it, if y'all have not seen my Tokyo Mew Mew, this is my Tokyo Mew Mew. I just finished her. I was like, you know what? I got to the point where I was tired of her, so I just was like, we're done. This is it. This is all I'm doing. But I think she's cute. I don't like how her dress turned out, I'm gonna be honest, but it's okay. We're okay with it. Sometimes you just gotta be okay with stuff when your art, like, not looking great. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I can't show y'all all my artworks right now because I've got projects and I don't want to ruin the project. So I'm not going to show y'all. Nice shading work. Thank you. Appreciate it. She's kind of hard to draw though because she has these big old eyes and I don't draw like that. I think if I draw her big eyes, it like makes it look weird. So I kind of drew her with like not so big eyes. Oh no. So you're an animator? Like what kind of animator are you? What do you like to animate? Rose's biggest obstacle in art, Rose. Yes, my biggest obstacle in art is myself. 100%. The biggest obstacle in art is my brain. How well I do art is how well my brain is working that day. If I've had sleep, maybe my brain works a little bit better. It's okay, we forget sometimes. I feel appreciated. Your art looks fine. It's super stylized, making it unique. Thank you, Winter. I'm glad you like it. I like your art too. It's beautiful. My style actually came from, believe it or not, other artists' styles. Like I just studied like other artist styles and then I kind of took what I liked out of them and kept it, and then other styles I just kind of like like things I didn't like, I just was like, eh. I know you talked about this with me, Winter. You said something about like how like certain artists like they look like fuzzy or whatever. I liked that look for a long time, like the look of like you draw the gesture sketch part and then you draw over it and then it looks all like soft and fluffy. So, and I used to really like that art style, and so I always tried to replicate it, but I couldn't, so I did not. I animate in various styles, just depending on how I'm feeling. Right now, I am doing random animations under 25 minutes to improve my skills. That's really quick. That's a really quick animation. I typically take a lot longer to do animations. That's probably something I actually take a long time doing is animations. Because if I do an animation that I don't like, I get upset that it doesn't look good. Like I'll show y'all an example. I know I'm like going back and forth. I'll show y'all an example of like an animation that I'm not entirely happy with. Let me see if I can find it. The washed out waxy, yeah, the waxy airbrush. It's basically how AI saw from. I like it though. I like it though. I don't know why I like it, but I do. Okay, so I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all an animation that I think it's this one. So I'm actually not entirely happy with this animation. Let's see if I can turn myself off. Where is myself? I'm gonna turn off the music credit just for a second. Where is me? Oh, here we are. So yeah, this animation I'm not entirely happy with because I rushed it. Well, I don't like how her arm looks. To me, the arm looks terrible. I don't like it. I wanted to draw something amazing for her in case she wanted to use it, but she never said anything about using it, so that's fine. I wish I drew her arm a little bit better, or I wish I animated the arm a little bit better. And the only way, like, I don't know how to animate in Procreate Dreams very well. So like this is kind of what happens. I do know how to draw. I know how to do a little bit better job in Live 2D, but that takes a lot longer for me to import it and do all this stuff, and I get lazy. I'm a lazy artist. This is the result of a lazy artist. How long have I been drawing? I've been drawing since I was a baby. Like probably like 2 to 3 years old. I'm not gonna even lie to you. But I gave it up for a long time because my goal was to be an artist when I was younger. And my parents told me don't do that. So I went and became something else. I went to college and did all the college things. So I gave up art for an amount of years, and I really hit it hardcore. I would say 2025. I made an Instagram and I started getting better at it. And then I just kept going and kept going and kept going, and I'm here now. Now I'm animating. I think animation is probably where it's at for artists right now. I just hate to say it. I think AI can like do a lot, and unfortunately, unless like you're beyond better than AI. But the problem is like the average Joe, the average person is not going to tell the difference because they don't know art. I mean, some people will, but some people won't. And so I just believe in my heart, and I hate to say it, I think animating is really where it's at with artists. If you really want to make money and you really want to be good, it's in animation. So I got into animation, and I really haven't made any money on animation, but I don't care. I'm enjoying it. I actually love making my characters move. So my goal now is to be famous. I could care less about making money from my art. I just want to be famous. At least you can animate. Well, I mean, it takes time. It takes time to learn. First is get your art looking good, and then once you have your art looking good, then the rest will come. Animating is just the next step to art. Get a real job is what all artists here. Why do you use 2 heres? But people that read books, watch movies, play video games, wear graphic tees, things designed by artists. So I think like that stuff, like you can branch out as an artist making product. I think you can branch out as an artist making video games and making movies, animating, things like that. I totally think you could make like a living doing these things still. But just making a simple piece of picture, like I'm just drawing Kenshin, right? And if I were to sell Kenshin, which I'm not, but if I were to sell Kenshin, I just don't think it would be valued as much as like if I were to create a whole animation of Kenshin, or if I were to make a video game, or if I were to like do something with the art. Yeah, motion and art is the next step at Winter. That's funny, very true. Yeah, I think motion is really where it's at. Unfortunately, VTuber models, things like that. If you can make a VTuber model, if you can learn how to make a VTuber model, if you can learn how to animate. I know a few artists on Twitter that are they're just beating the game, man. They make tons of emotes. They made my logo. So I'll show y'all real quick. So this is, I made the animation except for the logo. The logo was made from, I don't know how to say their name. So like here, you see the logo here, that I did not make. I actually hired that out because I knew that I couldn't make something. I mean, I probably could figure it out, but I can't make something this good. Niminu Studio. I don't know how to say that. Their studio is amazing. They're kicking butt. Like, they are doing amazing work. And if, they're always selling, they're always doing cool things. This is probably one of the very few things that they actually do. And they are making money. I'm telling you, they are making money because they're good at what they do. But I'm suggesting that as an artist to learn from them. That's all I'm suggesting. I'm sorry. Y'all sent me a bunch of text. What I'm saying is people that say art isn't a real job consume endless art products. I mean, true. Yeah, I agree with that. Do you guys have an Instagram I can follow so I can follow art progress? I do have an Instagram. Winter also has an Instagram. The person who did all that art on the we both have Instagrams. I'm under Rose Colored Sparks. You'll find me everywhere. If it's a social media I'm on, look up Rose Colored Sparks. I'm there. Winter Wolf is also on his own Instagram. I recommend making an X account. Right now, X is really where it's at with artists because it's the platform people are selling. It's really the platform, I would say, for selling right now. A lot of artists are selling there and successfully. I just don't think Instagram is currently where it's at for artists anymore. I think I think X is a much better platform if you're trying to make money on art, because that's where like I'm finding a lot of the artists that I'm buying from. They're making VGens and they're all I've bought from 2 artists already on X, and they've done fantastic work. But I didn't spend a lot on them, okay? I'm being honest. I did not spend a lot on them. I spent some money, and that was months ago. But if I were to buy, I would buy from Winter, because Winter's amazing. But if I were to buy from an artist, I'd probably find him on X. I'm starting an indie studio so I can produce indie mangas. That's awesome. Get a lot of submissions from Manga Plus. I've decided there needs to be more indie studios for all the manga creators. You followed me? Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Winter Wolf Official. Yeah, that's Winter's Instagram. So I think it's amazing if you can make something for indie manga creators. I think that's amazing. If there was a platform, and there are a few, like there's a few comic book platforms out there. I think that it's so hard to make money from those platforms, I mean, you just have to have a lot of views. And unless like you're top dog, you're really not going to make money. I mean, I've watched so many videos on these platforms. If there was a platform out there similar to YouTube that you could make a comic, and a good comic, I'm not talking about like something that's kind of sleazily made, okay? Like a good comic, and you can make money, I would be all about it. Because I think that like if you're able to somehow advertise on that platform, if you're somehow able to like make a more creator friendly platform than what is out there, I'd be all about it. I'd be all about it. And I'd probably make my own comics on it. The only reason I haven't really spent a lot of time making comics, one, if I had a much bigger following, I probably would make a whole comic for everybody. But I just don't have as big of a following. And once I'm famous, I totally will. And then you guys can like make my comic #1. But as now, no, it's not gonna happen. It's too much time. Comics are just I really applaud. I applaud those that have the time to make a comic and really make it, because it's a lot of work. It's more work than me just like my little animations. Like, shoot. That's a lot of work. I think y'all are amazing if y'all make all those comics. Oh, you guys can make comic 1 gets a sub from me. I mean, like, I know some stories. I actually wrote a book once and I published it. I'm not going to tell y'all because it's embarrassing. But, like, I did write a book once. And so I do know how to write a story. I do know how to do it. The time. Bruh, since when does Instagram have repost? Since X, like, the whole reason Instagram's trying to be TikTok and X combined. I'm telling y'all. It's okay. I mean, X has good qualities that I think other platforms don't have. And then I also think that TikTok has obviously changed the game for a lot of people. Thank you for follow. Okay. I will follow y'all back. Right now I'm not on Instagram, so I will do that later. The 2 arrow icon, it was never there for me. I think that's new. I think it's new. I don't remember it being there either. I think it might be a new feature. No such thing as bad art. You're expressing yourself visually and having fun doing it. That's a win. 100%, man. 100%. I believe in that 100%. I joined a lot of groups when I first started art, and a lot of these artists were like mean. I mean, they were all like, your art isn't good enough, you know. And I don't like that mentality, because all art is an expression of you. Art does not have to be a science, okay? Like, a lot of things are a science. I don't believe that art should be a science. Now, if you want to make it look aesthetically pleasing, you can study other artists, you can study other artists, but that doesn't mean it's better. And I mean, it might be more aesthetically pleasing. Does that make it better? I mean, I don't know. I think that all art is beautiful. I mean, if you look at like Van Gogh, okay, Van Gogh's art in this day and age, people probably would not look at it. I'm just being real. Like, looking at Van Gogh's art, people probably wouldn't really look at it. And they might look at like a few people. He might have a small following, but the fact that Van Gogh is so famous and has such a big following, I mean, he could make a YouTube and like everyone would watch it. But the fact is, like, back in his day, probably no one cared. And that's the thing, is like, if you look at his art, would you say, well, he's not scientifically doing it perfect. No, like who cares? It looks good the way it is. It's an expression. Y'all are giving me walls of text. That's true. But it's different if you're animating someone else's work. Yeah, I would agree with that. Let me tell you about me and artists. People just hate on social media, especially in groups. Yes, there are a lot of people that hate in social media, unfortunately, and you just have to you have to kill it with kindness. Give it love. Give them love. That's what I always do. Like, if someone is being mean to me, I just tell them they're such a great person and like they're probably the best thing on the planet. That's all I gotta do. I used to be an artist and I sort of quit for many years. Like me. I still do drawing. It just really hasn't exposed myself like I used to, so I kind of stuck as a closet artist. I mean, that's up to you. I think that all art should be seen. And I don't think you should feel self-conscious about it because it's still art and it's still beautiful the way it is. Van Gogh would get canceled 100%. Van Gogh would totally get canceled. If it ain't a banana taped to a wall for $5 million, what is even art today? I know, right? I would totally eat that banana. And then I would be like running. Run away! Banana costs too much. Team closet artists, let's go. I think y'all would get along because both you and Winter are like team closet artists. I'm just not a closet artist. I feel like my art should be seen. I don't know. I'm a big artist about like, y'all need to, I'm gonna shove it in y'all's face and y'all better like it. If you don't, then run away. Just seeing people like you still drawing makes me think there's still hope for everybody because it's inspiring. Oh, thank you. That is like probably the sweetest thing anyone's ever told me. Not gonna lie. Is this AI? Are you serious? Are you serious right now? Why would you ask me if this is AI when y'all can literally see me drawing it? Oh my lord. Just seeing people like, oh, sorry, I just read that. It's why I never gave up. Don't give up drawing, man. Keep on drawing. Keep on drawing. Is it AI? Can't you see the Procreate Dreams program? I will forgive you. I think they were just trying to rile me up. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those, like, I'm gonna troll you because it's funny. And that's okay. I can accept a troll. Is it half AI then? Sorry if I offended you. You didn't offend me. How is this AI? I'm drawing it. Like, everything here is drawn physically by me. I don't use AI. Yes, Rose is totally a simulation. None of it is real. By the way, Jersey, I'm talking to people on multiple platforms. So like that's why like I'm talking to people on platforms on YouTube and Twitch and Kick, but I don't really have anyone on Kick. I am a simulation though. Nothing is real. You're too good for this world, Rose. Worship me. I know, worship me. I'm gonna be famous. This is the game of fame. I mean, if you believe it's AI, you can believe anything you want to believe. But I'm going to tell you what, I don't use AI. The only time I ever use AI is if I ask it, what do they think about my channel? I have asked AI, like, what does it think about my channel? Does it like my channel? I didn't ask if it liked my channel. I just asked what it thought. And I think AI is good for coming up with ideas. No, I like sketched this out myself. This picture over here, this reference picture is not mine. I literally just sketched this. And right now I'm doing the line art over it. No, I don't use AI. This is all Procreate. And you can actually like you can look at my channel stuff. It's all everything is drawn, including this VTuber model, including everything on the screen, including my magical background. All of this is drawn by me. I like all of this is drawn by me, animated by me. I actually have a video up on YouTube's. You can check that out and how I made this. So if you're curious to know, all of it's made by me. You sure will. Y'all are the ones who make me famous, okay? It's you guys that make me famous. I mean, I've been accused of AI too in real time lapse tutorials teaching people to draw X, Y, or Z. So the problem with like time lapses is now like it can all be AI generated. I mean, even if you use AI, it's not really a big deal these days. Well, it kind of is. Artists who use AI are kind of looked down on. So like it is kind of a big deal. And it would discredit me from being an artist in so many ways. I hate to say it. So like I don't use AI whatsoever. The only thing I use AI for, because I will be as transparent as possible, I might ask AI questions like for ideas of videos. I might ask AI questions for like if I'm gonna make I haven't done this yet, but I'm considering like asking AI if my thumbnails look good on YouTube. If my wording looks good, but I don't want it to generate an AI image. I'm not about the AI images. I do think AI is good in helping you come up with ideas. No, real time on camera. I was on camera drawing on my iPad while the screen sharing too, and I was accused of being AI. I mean, you could be AI simulated, Winter. Totally. It's kind of lazy, but cool too, though. What do you mean? Like what? Oh, AI is kind of lazy. So okay, AI, I have weird feelings about AI because we're gonna go in this. We're already in AI conversation. Okay, let's talk about it. AI, I think, is really weird and really cool at the same time, but it's also really bad. And it can be really good. I think it's very neutral. I think that AI should not create art. I think that that's a human expression, and the fact that it does it for you, I think is not cool. And the only reason I say that is because like we've been doing it since caveman times. And the fact that it steals from other artists to make its art. And yeah, you could say, well, all artists steal from other artists. Well, you know, but a computer's now doing it and everyone can steal. I just don't think that that's good. I think that keeping certain things not AI, but we can't control how that is, and that is what it is. So you got to work around it. I think that the fact that it can take lyrics, it can make its own lyrics and make its own music is fascinating. I cannot lie to you. I think that is absolutely fascinating how it can make a song by itself, AI generated. No AI generated kittens seems like a sad world. If you like AI generated kittens, I mean, that's on you, man. I just think like the fact that it can make a song is insane. But I'll also say like, is that good? Probably not, because it takes the element of creativity out of the world. Now, you like AI kittens, but I'm gonna tell you, like, seeing a kitten with like a third toe or like a fourth ear, still kind of strange. I would not want my kittens to look like that. AI's getting better. Rant, let's go. I mean, okay, I think there's really neat aspects about AI. I also think like to make Ghibli style art, because because the creator of Ghibli is very anti-AI, and the fact that AI can do that is so disrespectful. I think that should not be a thing. I think that AI should be more regulated than it is. That's just my personal opinion. But I don't believe in regulation of everything. Like, I'm not a huge fan of regulating YouTube for adults. I just think that that is the job of parents. That's just my opinion. But I do think that regulating AI is something that we should do, but I don't think we can very easily because other countries can make whatever they want to. Which begs the question, is Rose AI? Does that have 15 fingers? Exactly, case closed. So you're telling me that I'm AI? I mean, Winter. I always told you I'm a simulation. You already know this. You still have to prompt it, so you still need to have an idea and stuff. Yes, you have to prompt it. But it's so easy to prompt something and then like not have to make it yourself. Like in order for me to make this, okay, I have to look at a reference, sure, right? And that's my prompt. Like, oh, this is the reference. Draw it. But in order to actually physically draw it, like AI takes seconds. This takes like this piece will probably take me about a couple hours. So like what do you value more? So like if I were to buy clothes, do I value clothes coming from a machine that is, you know, easily made from a machine, or do I value clothes that are made from somebody else? I value clothes made by somebody else, handmade. However, I cannot afford handmade clothes all the time. I do buy them for costumes. I spend a lot of money on costumes. I've spent thousands on costumes of handmade made costumes. I have spent money on handmade shawls and things like that, just because I think they're more valuable than a machine-made something or other. I don't think AI can stop at this point, but I like the way you think. I know. The way I think doesn't matter, though. Let's just be real. Like, I can come up with the way I think, but it doesn't matter. You need to reread that. Which begs the question, is Rose AI? Does she have 15 fingers? Exactly. Case closed. Oh, are you saying I'm not AI? But I told you I'm a simulation. I already told you. Da. Oh. Uh-oh. I made a line by accident. See, this is how you know this is not AI. Like, bloop, it makes random lines when I don't want lines. Also, Riot Games' latest cinematic was AI. It's getting slammed right now when massive companies like this are all pro AI. It makes the progression inevitable in the art world. Unfortunately, yes. I don't understand. I think, like, you know what's scary, though, about AI? I'm going to tell you straight up. The scariest thing about AI is that eventually, like, all the actors and actresses that you see on, like, TV, right? I mean, are you going to still watch a movie if they're all AI generated? I mean, that's, like, my question. Like, because why would you pay an actor or actress hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions, okay? Why would you pay an actress millions when you can just get an AI generated one? No AI, no Bigfoot vlog. Man, we need more Bigfoot vlogs. Now, if I found Bigfoot, would I be famous? Probably, right? Maybe that's my entry into fame is Bigfoot. I need to go into the woods, which I love going into the woods. So maybe I need to go into the woods and find Bigfoot. Maybe that's my break. I think that might be my break, guys. I think Jersey here has something going here. So I say my last stream that no one watched, by the way. No one watched my like Jax came in once. I think I had one person watching on Twitch. I had like no one last night watching my stream. And I was telling y'all about how like the planes were like crazy, like the weather there is just insane. New Jinx's AI. I haven't seen the new Riot stuff. I haven't really, I mean, the last thing I played with Riot was Teamfight Tactics. So I haven't really seen any stuff. Wild Rift Cinematic. You know what? Like I haven't seen it. I need to watch it. Actors and other famous people can earn money by selling copyrights to their faces and stuff. Okay, I hear you, but like you sell a copyright of their face, right? Let's just say you do that. Then like they're out of money after that. Like you sell it, you gain the money right away. Like, do they earn a royalty or is it like done? Like, there you go. You own the face. There you go. You own the voice, whatever. I mean, and then like, how much of this are people gonna start stealing and using the likeness of people? Like, can they do that? I mean, like, are you gonna have to copyright yourself? Like, is Rose gonna have to be copyright by herself because people are going to emulate Rose? I mean, these are all questions that I have. And like, how much of that is gonna hold up in court for production? I mean, maybe, but like, if a production company just decides, hey, I'm gonna just use their face anyway, would they be able to take them to court? I mean, I would think so, right? And like, sue them? I don't know. These are like weird questions. And like, you're not copywritten yourself, but you know, it could defame your character, right? Where are you and Winter mostly post your art? I'd like to follow you both. I'm primarily I'm on everything. I post on everywhere. I post on Kara, I post on Facebook, I post on X. If I were to post work in progress, that's probably going to be on Twitter X. Here in Canada, there is an issue with NFTs. People were claiming other people's tattoos as NFTs and forcing the tattoo wearer to pay royalties. It was ridiculous. Interesting. Important stuff and copyright strikes. Haha. Well, okay, like, my question is, like, is it a copyright strike to use the like are we gonna get to the point where we're gonna have to copyright ourselves? Like, so people don't use our likeness? I mean, I'm just wondering. I'm kind of curious. NFT is such a weird deal. Like, I don't know. NFT is such a weird thing. It's such a weird thing. Like, I understand the idea of NFT, but even then, like, when it first came out, I didn't quite understand it. I need to start posting again and make an X, but I have a Patreon, Instagram threads, and if you make an X, I will help you, Winter. I will help you, show you all the artist groups. So the big thing with X is mutuals. A lot of art, you can gain a big following by just getting mutuals alone. If you want to go that route, most of X accounts are all support groups and mutuals. And I like that they use a lot of support groups because it helps other artists get out there that are not normally. And the mutuals help push out your content further, so I can show you those groups if you like. I need to revive Linktree. Who uses Linktree? Who uses Linktree? I mean, I don't even know if I've used Linktree. Oh my goodness. We already have films like Alan, Romulus, and Star Wars. I like Romulus. Aliens are, I don't know why I say alien. I'm halfway dyslexic, so if I misread something, I am so sorry. Films like Romulus. I actually like Romulus. Star Wars Rogue One, using AI to resurrect deceased actors and selling the rights to your own digital likeness and feels like natural next step in society's evolution. I have seen it. I think even before then. I mean, these are newer movies, but like, I believe they've been doing it longer than that. We just have more of that technology now to make it look better. But I still feel like it still looks very AI-ish. Eventually, I think they're going to get to a point where it doesn't look so AI. And then you can't, like, tell, which would be kind of scary. Or who knows, maybe we'll always be able to tell. This is the part that scares me, because I want to make his ex look good. And it's a scar. We're being quiet so I can do this well. See, AI could just do it for me. Maybe I should just ask AI to do it. Kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. You know what I can't draw, like, very well is stars. I have a hard time with stars. I have a hard time with shiny stars. Those I use as, like, stamps because I don't know what I'm doing. Sometimes I'll make them myself, but I'm not great. Can you make the scar pop by highlights obeying your set of direction of light? You think I obey the rules of light? Canceled. I know, man. Canceled. Think I obey the rules of light? No way. His ear is too high up. I just noticed it. I'm like, ugh, it looks terrible. His ear is way too high up. Sounds like easy money, especially if someone wants to license the version of themselves from years ago, frozen in time in their prime. I think it can be easy money, but I also think it's probably scary to them too, because you know how much money these guys make per video, per movie? They make a lot of money. I mean, millions. And if they just sell their likeness, I think that the time will come where they're not spending millions on just they don't have to spend millions on just someone's likeness. Stars, luminescence, glare, tap, turn canvas, tap, repeat. If you have sunburst, you know what? You can just draw it for me. How about that? Or completely manual with light pen, dupe layer, and under layer Gaussian blur. I have stamps for this winter. If you want to draw it for me, you can. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. But I'm going to be honest with you. I appreciate your follow on Instagram. But where I'm going to be at is here. I'm going to be here on streaming and primarily YouTube and some on Twitch. So, like, that's where I really need most of support. But I will post things. So, you guys, I will be there. I tried for Instagram for years. I mean, I'm telling y'all, years. And the only reason I have somewhat of a big following is because I paid for ads. And that makes me really sad because I feel like my art isn't that bad. Where I have to pay for ads to get eyes, but like the only reason my following is as big as it is honestly because I paid for ads. YouTube, however, I've not paid for any ads. That's all of YouTube is all from me telling people about it on my other platforms or directly from YouTube. Yeah, I mean, I'll post all my works on Instagram, but most of my stuff is here on my platforms here. I feel kind of sad about Instagram, to be honest with y'all. I spent so much time getting good and trying to get a good Instagram. I spent so much, I mean, y'all have no idea how much time I've spent on Instagram trying to like gain eyes on Instagram just for like nothing. I mean, I can't tell y'all how much time I've spent trying to make my Instagram amazing. I even did all the art contests. I was always doing art contests. I was always trying. I mean, and I did one recently, but I'm just always trying to like make my Instagram be seen by people, and it was just the hardest thing. I just about like I gave up on it. Like I tried for years on Instagram. And I'm very disappointed at the fact that my art wasn't shown to as many people as I had hoped. I started doing these art. I kept doing the art contests, and then they even stopped showing it with my hashtag. Like my hashtag just wouldn't even appear on some people's art contests, and I'm like, what is this? Like Instagram never did this, and then all of a sudden they started like, oh, well, we don't like hashtags as much as we used to, so if you use the hashtag, it may not show up underneath that hashtag. I'm like, what? That was the whole point of hashtags, was Instagram. I never pay for ads because our ads are governed only by Canadian content for Canadians. I feel the pain, spent years just to lose 50% of my followers in half the time, even though I was spending as much time and effort as ever. That's another thing. That right there, I am still losing followers on Instagram. I've lost like probably 20 followers since I gave up. Like, and when I mean by give up, I still post. I just don't post every day. I used to post almost every day. I was like all about Instagram. I was drawing every day. I was trying to get out there, and it just like wasn't getting views. For a while, I got like 20 to something likes. And I'm like, this just isn't working. And I remember seeing a YouTuber saying, don't do Instagram, make a YouTube. And I was like, why? I don't want to make videos. I wanted just my art to be seen and to make a Patreon. And then I realized it's videos. I made a YouTube. They were right and I was wrong. It's harsh, bad Instagram. I know. Maybe I should get back into X and revive my art stuffs again. If hashtags don't appear or your piece doesn't appear on a hashtag, it's also possible to shadow ban. I believe X is where it's at with artists. If you're trying to make money right now, like X is a market. It really is. As far as what was I gonna say? As far as a shadow ban, I don't think I was shadow banned. I had no reason to be shadow banned, as far as I know. I mean, I could have been. You don't truly know, I guess, when you're shadow banned. I don't know if I was shadow banned, but I will say I don't think I was. I just think it was happening because they were doing this thing where they were getting rid of hashtags. So, like, they didn't want people continually using tons of hashtags because that's what was happening on Instagram. They had a lot of people using a lot of hashtags. And so if you used like, I brought down the amount of hashtags I was using, but I think they were still like trying. Basically, they told it was an update. They said, well, we're not allowing the use of certain, like, we're not allowing hashtags. But I'm like, that was the whole point of Instagram, was hashtags. That was the whole point, to get your art seen, was hashtags. So I don't know why they started doing that. I'll be right back. All right. Sorry about that. I always get slapped with bans and shadow bans for existing. I mean, sure. I just didn't have I don't think I had any haters that I'm aware of on Instagram. I mean, I would thought I would have known if I had any haters on Instagram. I don't think I had any, and so that's why I don't think it was a shadow ban. I saw it happening with other artists too. I wasn't the only one where they were getting where they were doing this hashtag thing. The YouTube tutorials in 2023 used 25 to 30 hashtags every post and put more hashtags and comments. I use some hashtags just because I think YouTube, it can help with directing, especially for like VTubers. But in general, like, I don't really spend a whole lot of time doing hashtags for YouTube. I just don't think it's that good to use hashtags on YouTube. But I mean, the only reason I think it's really good for Instagram is because it directs people to see certain things, like certain art pieces from Instagram. So, like, for instance, all the draw this in your own style contests, like, in order for the artist to even see, you had to hashtag it, or you could like send it to or you could send it or tag the person, but a lot of times these big artists wouldn't see it unless like that person was actually hashtagged. So if my art wasn't getting hashtagged and like no one was able to see it, like, I don't know. I can't post art every day. I'm too much of a perfectionist myself, and I always have to fix something that none has ever noticed. I was posting art. I was trying to post art at least 2 to 3 times a week, and I was pretty successful at it. For a while, I was able to do it, but as I've gotten better as an artist, it's harder to post that much. But Instagram is all about their algorithms and how much you can post, and I just got tired of it. I mean, I couldn't keep up with it. I have too much going on. I've got a baby. I've got just too much. So I don't post that much. I do more YouTubes than anything, because YouTube I can make like a short. I've not done a draw this in your own style in a long while. Never won or even placed on a draw this in your own style. I've been in over 30, gained a lot of haters though. I'm sorry. As far as draw this in your own styles, I think I've won one ever, and it was a small draw this in your own style. And I feel like, here's another thing in draw this in your own style, like, I feel like some of the artists, the art that they choose, I don't know. Like, some artists, I feel like all art's good art, okay? I don't mean this in any way bad. But some of the art I feel like is real pick and choosy based on the artist. So it's not like, oh, is this a better art piece? It's not about that. I'll see like artists that are looked over that I'm like, whoa, how did they even make that? But that art never gets looked at. And it's just real based on like, oh, the artist likes this style. And it's typically a style that's either like their style or it's something that they like. And when they pick and choose based on what they like, which is what a draw this in your own style is, it's just, like, my art is very stylized. It's very particular. It's very specific to me. But if someone doesn't like my art style, then I'm not going to win. I'm just not going to win. It's belonged to the clique. It's also partly that. I mean, and I hate to say it, but if someone is hosting a draw this in your own style, like, how much of the people that win are part of the good boys clique? Like, I did one draw this in your own style one time, and I tried to be as unbiased as possible. Like, you have to be. But I can see where an artist can be like, well, this person supports me a lot. I really need to help them win. Like, I could see how that could go. Even though it's wrong and they should be unbiased, I feel like they aren't. Who are you who matters? And that the skill set you have on Instagram and these art challenges, but really, like, I feel like it's a good boys game. Like, are you in the good boys? Are you, is your art do you support me enough? If you don't, like, I'm probably not going to choose you. And it's just to be that's just the reality of it, is like, because some of these artists are thinking that when they pick somebody to win their contest, if someone doesn't support them as much. Hi, Evan, welcome to the stream. That they're choosing artists that are supporting them. And I don't sit there and I'm not going to grovel at artists' feet. Now, I don't know if that's always the case. I just believe that it is. Okay, so like, don't get mad at me. Don't hate on what I'm saying. But I'm just saying, I mean, you can get mad at me if you want. I'm just saying I just don't truly believe that it's all unbiased. I still do them though. I still do draw this narrative style contests just because I think they're fun. And some of the art that's out there is really pretty and I enjoy like redrawing it in my style. And that's the only reason I do it for myself, not to win. Because I don't win anyway. So like I don't really care whether or not I'm going to win. I like to support those that support others of me, match the energy. Yeah, I mean, I like to support others that support me as well. But when it comes to a competition, I'm not going to take that into account because I feel like I want to be as unbiased as possible when it comes to a competition. And I did one once. I did a competition and I gave away, I think it was like an Amazon gift card to somebody. But the problem with Amazon gift cards, fortunately, the person who won was American. But like I learned later that apparently Amazon gift cards, if you do an Amazon gift card as a prize, that like if they're not American, you have to go through other steps. And I didn't realize this until after I decided that that was the prize. But I was okay with it because I'm like, you know what? I'll figure it out. If the person's not American, I'll figure out how to do it. Turns out they were American, so it was fine. And no, I was not being biased. I actually like their art. Me no hate, just appreciate arts that you do. Oh, thank you. How are you doing, FNAFin? We hadn't seen your friend Kai in a while. I wonder how Kai's doing. When I hosted my Raria Draw This Narrative Style, I used 3 randoms as judges so I couldn't be biased. That's actually really smart. Winter, if you did another Draw This Narrative Style, I would be a part of it, but you would know which one's mine. So, I mean, yeah, you would have to probably get another judge because you would know who would be me. You know my art style. Kind of sad I didn't get to join that Draw This Narrative Style. Kind of sad about it. You know what? I need to make y'all emojis. Look at these silly little emojis. I don't know if I can for YouTube though. For Twitch, I could add emojis. I don't know. I don't think I can add emojis yet on YouTube. I need to make some. I think I'm done with that part of it. I know your art and also judge backwards hard on. Oh, nice. Thank you. You would judge me so hard on my art. You probably judge me on my background making. Like, look at this chick's background. No! I already erased you. I hate when Procreate does this. I already erased you and you come back. Da. Gosh, you're quick and good at drawing. Well, thank you. I'm actually not that quick. I've seen quicker artists. I'm not that quick. The coloring I don't really do on stream as much because coloring takes me a lot longer. The drawing part is fun to me. I like drawing line art and I like sketching, but the coloring part is tedious. So a lot of times I don't color on stream. I do sometimes. If I'm like, I'm just gonna stream and chill and talk to y'all and color. Coloring used to be my favorite part of the drawing. Now it's not. I think it's just so tedious. I'm like, ugh, I gotta color this thing now. I gotta make it look colorful. Ugh. Color versus rose. I mean, the line art, I like doing the line art and the sketching. I think it's the funnest part. The line art's not even done yet. I still have to do some heavy line work now. So like, okay, so my stages are, I start out with sketching it, then I do the line art, and then once I do the line art, I then take off the sketch part, and then I touch up the line art. So this is the phase where I start like touching up line art and making the line art look even better. And these are like probably my favorite phases because I don't know, maybe someday I'll make a coloring book because I think that would be kind of fun. I used to love coloring. Like I used to love it. Now I just it's just not fun. I'm sorry, I know I say hi, but I have to go. I need to help my mom and my sister because I'm almost done changing my new room. Bye, love you. Oh, thank you. You have a good day, FNAFN. Have fun making a new room. So yeah, this phase, I spent a lot of time making my line art look way better. I use a lot of heavy lines and heavy shadows. Rose stages of art. Sketch, line, refine, thicken, thicker, thickest, thicken again. No, not that bad. No way. No way. Should be a... What is... Oh, a tattoo artist? You think I should be a neo school tattoo artist? What do they call it? That's not what it's called. Is it? They call them like new age tattoo artists. 'Cause I'm obsessed with tattoo art. Like really good tattoo art. I love a good tattoo. I can't believe on the stream I got called out for AI. That is like never happened to me. I am not AI. At least I don't think I am. Maybe I am. Who knows? Like, I don't even know. Can you even AI and watch it draw like as slow as me? Is that even a thing? Like, can you like... In your face, exactly. Bold and vibrant in your face. Can you like watch AI draw like slow like me? Is that a thing? Am I not like, and can you do it in Procreate? Like, I don't know that is even possible. Is it? I mean, anything's possible, right? Like someone could create a program, right? But like, maybe I am. Oh no, it's becoming self-aware and sentient. Maybe I'm AI that's just become self-aware and sentient. Maybe you're the realist AI. I just don't understand how someone could think I'm I mean, I'm not making fun. I'm literally not making fun. I am just like wondering like how Like, how do you stream AI? Are people doing this? Like, that's what I want to know. Are people able to like stream AI art, or how does that even work? Like, while you're drawing, is that a thing? Actually, you just pointed out something very important. What did I point out? Like I said, I'm not making fun. I'm literally just questioning, is there a way to draw AI art? Like, while I'm drawing it. Like, is that possible? The fake time lapses, they don't even show an app, do they? Like, ever? No, I don't think they do. I don't even think they show an app. The only thing I could think of that could show an app is if I drew something over a picture. Hi, Katie! Oh, I'm being raided. Hello, hello! Thank you for the raid. I got someone who came in here earlier and they thought I was AI, and I'm trying to figure out, is it possible to make an AI image in Procreate? Like, make it look like it's in Procreate, but it's AI? Hello, hello! You have such cute emotes. I need to make some cute emotes. Hey, can you draw my nymph girl from Derpixen? I would have to figure out how to see a picture of it. Yeah, I don't know how, like, you can draw something that's AI. And I guess what I don't know is, like, can you draw something that's AI and, like, in Procreate, make it look like it's in Procreate? Because, like, I don't know how they could ask, hey, I'm AI. I'm trying to figure out how they think I'm AI. Because I'm literally drawing it right now. I guess I'm trying to figure out, how does that work? Also, art looks really good. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. You need to teach me how to make some awesome emotes. I made one emote. Let me see if I can do the emote. I made one emote, and I don't know if it looks any good. But you have cute ones. You have like little tails wagging. They thought that was AI. Oh, that's insulting. LOL, it looks so good. I mean, they asked me if I was AI, and I told them I am a simulation in and of itself, right? I'm trying to be confusing. Well, so I drew this first. I drew this. This was my sketch. And they were wondering if I was drawing on top of AI. And I'm like, I don't know how you can even do that, because AI is I don't even know if you can draw. I mean, I could draw on top of AI, but I mean, this is totally a sketch. Unless AI can just make sloppy sketches. I animated it on Krita. I've heard of that. I've heard of Krita. I have not used it. I use Procreate Dreams, but I'm actually like looking into other animators because I don't do very well in Procreate Dreams. Updating my post now because I think this is did show a flaw that can't show on the app. Genius. That's why I want to see if like you can look at time lapses, and if the time lapses, do they show like a Procreate app? Your model was a mermaid? What do you mean? No, it's Kenshin. I'm drawing Rurouni Kenshin. I guess downloading an AI image and drawing over it, I suppose. I guess that's what they meant. I think that's what they meant. But, like, I don't know that is actually... I mean, does my sketch look like AI? Can AI make this? I mean, sure, maybe. But, like, I totally sketched that by myself. Proud of it, too. AI also doesn't spam, undo, crop, resize, move like you do. I don't think it uses more than 2 undos. Does AI even undo? Does it even pretend to undo? Well, I appreciate y'all's nice comments. I appreciate it. I don't think they meant anything by it. That's why I'm not making fun of the comment. I'm just wondering, if you can like draw and it's actually AI, but it looks like the person is drawing. I know they have time lapses, and I know there's things that can look like real, but it's not. AI also doesn't spam undo. Okay, I already read that. Nowadays, AI was too much scary. I hate AI. They could also have watched you do the sketch too, but I don't think they were here when I watched the sketch. I've seen some AI speed paints. Well, yeah, I think AI can make speed paints, but if you actually look at the speed paint, you can tell it's AI because it doesn't take proper steps as an artist. I think that's my problem with it, is like you can tell AI did the actual art because it doesn't take appropriate steps. I don't think they watched the full drawing, and that's just I think they just were asking, which I'm not. I sound like I'm making fun. I'm not. I just am trying to understand how people come into a stream asking if an actual drawing is AI when they see the artist drawing an AI. See the drawing AI. When they see the artist actually drawing the picture. Like, how can they say it's AI? That's what I'm trying to understand, because maybe that's just uneducated, or maybe there is something that people can do. No, of course, not making fun of anyone, but like your art looks nothing like AI. It's, good. Oh, thank you. I'm not AI slop. I want to draw digital art, but I don't have a stylus. It's all in the stylist. If you have an iPad, you have to get the Apple Pencil. The AI time-lapse speed paints will also have a brush strokes that lay out multiply colors all at once, and you can't do that as a human artist. That is true. This is a sign that they're actually erasing an overlay over AI art and playing it off like there's painting it. Cat in chat covers this. I've actually watched a lot of that. I just didn't know if there was new AI stuff that has been exposed that we're just not aware of. I don't know, because AI is changing all the time, so I'm curious. I'm just gonna assume that that's just it can't do that, and it's just people who are not artists don't know, which is okay. Like, that's fine. I also see, like, I know artists also, what they'll do is they'll take AI images and draw over them, and it's actually like it's not the artist, technically the artist's work, it's AI. And maybe that's also what they meant, was like it's they're taking an image and they're drawing over it, which is still like technically stealing AI. I mean, not stealing. I mean, it's technically taking AI and using AI. Scariest face comes from my dad. Phrase. I'm sorry, phrase. The AI you see right now is the worst it'll ever be again, because it just improves over rapidly. You gotta go. Well, thanks for joining the stream. You have a good day. I think people are just too quick to call out AI, especially people that don't necessarily have a great understanding of what it takes to make digital art, so they don't actually know how to make it look different, that make it obviously AI. That makes sense. I think if people see good art, they think it's AI. Because I think people don't fathom the idea that artists can actually draw. I mean, that sounds dumb, but it's like, I think it's true. I think they think that it's if it's anywhere, and I'm not saying my art's like the best or it's like good, but if it looks like Kenshin, I'm not gonna lie, like it looks like Kenshin. It looks like a decent drawing. And I think if like someone I mean, I'm not the best artist, and I'm not gonna say like I'm conceited or anything. Like I know when something I do looks good, and I know when something I do looks bad. Like I showed the animation earlier to some of y'all, that looked bad. Like I can tell y'all when art that I do just looks like smuck. But I think if someone sees it and is like, wow, that actually looks good, it's probably AI. I'm assuming that that's kind of the logic behind it. At least when they go over the AI like that, they're copying all of the the anatomical errors and the artifacts the AI has too, though. Yeah, that's why like looking at AI is not always the best reference, because AI is not always the best reference because there's a lot of errors. Of course, there's a lot of errors and stuff that I do too. But like, I really wish that like people would take time to realize like I'm probably doing an art stream for art stream. I'm not doing it for AI. Like, why would I do an art stream? It's not gonna be AI. Like, unlikely. Honestly, that's probably it. I mean, it's not that long ago that when everyone thought digital art was cheating. I mean, that's true. I don't think digital art is cheating. I'll tell you why. I think I can paint. I can paint and color better. Well, now probably not. But like back when I first started digital art, I could paint better than I could do digital art for a long time. And that's because with digital art I could, or like with painting I could correct it with paint, or like, and I knew how to use my tools. In digital art, I actually ended up buying brushes that could help me. So like I use Viora's brushes, and I use like Glossy Jelly, and then I use Lotus Bubbles brushes because those are the brushes that help me draw better. Um I think that is it cheating? I don't think so. I think it's actually kind of harder because it's easier to see imperfections than in real art. So honestly, I think digital art is harder. Now, where it's cheating is like if you use stamps, if you use certain tools that are like obviously like you stamp a hand and there it is. Like, yeah, that's kind of cheating. I feel like it's cheating. I've made stamps and I'm like I feel bad about it and I'm like, this is kind of cheating. But where like digital art is cheating, I think it's actually harder. Though technical wise, Sam isn't the greatest. His knowledge and understanding isn't. Sam has insane knowledge. Like his knowledge of being able to draw like armor is nuts. Digital art is definitely not cheating. It's, in my opinion. Digital art is not cheating. I think it's harder in so many other ways than real art. Look at my traditional art. People sometimes don't understand that most digital artists can draw really well traditionally too. I don't know how well I can draw traditionally anymore. Now that I'm used to like undoing so much, I don't know. I mean, I used to be a much better traditional artist than digital artist for a long time because that was what I used. Now that I've been doing this for so long, I don't know. I'm kind of want to like make something traditionally and see how it goes. Actually, that'd be kind of fun to see like how much I've grown. I think digital art is more in depth because of layers, but not easier nor harder. I believe it's a new tool requiring new skills and understanding. I think digital art. I'm gonna say this. The reason why I think digital art is harder, and I think I've said this multiple times. I think it's harder because you can see the mistakes. Whereas like I've drawn traditionally and I won't see the mistakes on a traditional piece. And those traditional pieces are easier to correct in my opinion because I can just paint over it. I can, I used to actually do a lot of pen drawings that I could just draw over the mistake. Whereas like in digital art, you have to erase it. And if it's not erased very well, you can see the mistake even after you erase it. It's just, I think it's harder. I see my mistakes because I have eyeballs. You know what? Good for you. I have eyeballs too, but sometimes I don't see my mistakes till way later because my brain doesn't see it. And I don't flip canvases. That's my fault. Actually, I probably should flip my canvas. How do I flip a canvas? See, that's how much I don't flip my flip horizontally. Does it look okay? Does it look okay flipped? I think it looks okay. It looks good. I like rarely ever flip my canvas. And that's bad. That's a bad habit. My favorite thing about traditional art is if I mess up, I have to just live with it. Whereas digital art, I will spend hours redrawing something. That's what I mean. That's what I mean right there. You have to spend a lot more time making it look good. Oh my god. One thing though in Procreate, if you close the app before realizing a mistake, it can no longer be undone. I have done that so many times. And also, like, I believe if you delete a Procreate painting, which I don't really do a whole lot or at all, if you delete it, it's gone forever. Like, you can't get it back. And like, that's the only thing about, I mean, Procreate I love because it's so simplistic. I love the simplistic layout, but man, if you like make a mistake, like doing that, like you click out of it, or you either click out of it or you accidentally like delete it, like it's gone forever. You can't do anything about it. Whereas like I think I've accidentally had a painting delete in Clip Studio Paint, and I think Clip Studio Paint, there's a way to back it up. Like you can go find it and back up your Clip Studio Paint stuff. Da, da, da. My favorite thing about traditional art is, oh, I already read that. 20 minutes into your flat paint layer realizes you're painting the sketch. I know. I hate painting on the wrong layer. I think that's every artist's doom, is painting on the wrong layer. I think I'm done with the line art on this. I think I'm done. I also love pre-Procreate. I believe it was 4.0. They didn't prompt you, are you sure, when hitting delete and duplicate and delete are side by side. I don't remember then. Yeah, that's why you back everything up, though, would be pretty hard to accidentally delete the art, as it does double check you that you definitely want to delete it on Procreate. It does double check you, which I'm happy about. It's just a fear of mine. I know, and I didn't use Procreate 4.0, so I don't know. I've pretty much only used this Procreate. So I don't know if Procreate 4.0 must be classic, because I've been using Procreate since probably about 2021. I think 2021, 2022. I use Clip Studio Paint. I started with Clip Studio Paint, and I like how painterly Clip Studio Paint is. But I like Procreate better because of the features that Procreate has, like being able to draw a line and make it straight, or draw a perfect circle. I'm pretty sure you can do that in Clip Studio Paint. I just don't know how. I think Procreate's really on the ball with that. I think I'm done with the line art. I think I'm happy with it. I think I'm good. We're happy with it. It does now. There was a version I had on iPad Air that didn't prompt, and it was an issue that if you made the canvas too big or randomly blank squares would appear in your art because of the memory issues in the iPad. I remember deleting something, and I don't think it prompted me. I believe I remember something along those lines that it never prompted me. I feel like Clip Studio Paint and Procreate both have different strengths and weaknesses. Personally, I love Clip Studio Paint for animating, but Procreate for pretty much everything else. Can I ask, why do you like Clip Studio? I'm just curious. Why do you like Clip Studio Paint for animating? Because I've heard that before. I think Clip Studio Paint for me is very painterly. And so, like, being able to create the hard lines, like, I have a harder time with that idea in Clip Studio Paint. But why, like, if you use it for animating, why do you prefer it for animating? So I will actually show you, 1 second. I'll just show you, I made this VTuber model, and I made her, and I made her multiple layers. So, like, this is going to be some of the layers that I have to import. The file's so big, so it takes a minute for it to, load. So that's gonna be some of the files because I have it all in layers. But, like, this one's the completed model. And I can layer out everything into I can put everything into layers, which then makes it easier for me to animate it. But in Clip Studio Paint, I know you can't do certain things with Clip Studio Paint, like I know you can't. Sorry, I got distracted. I know you can't have as many layers in Clip Studio Paint, and maybe that's why a lot of people prefer, Procreate. You can't use as many layers in Procreate as you can in Clip Studio Paint, and that's the only reason I think that Clip Studio Paint would be the better animating program. Trad artists like digital art is cheating. You can draw circles and straight lines. Also, traditional artists paint entire mountains in 2 seconds with a palette knife and uses rulers and traces. I mean, like, yeah, you can. There's tools to trace perfect circles, and it's just that's just a tool thing. And straight lines too. You can use tools to use straight lines. It's called a ruler. I prefer Clip Studio Paint Timeline for animating. It's really easy to put in audio and cut down, which is obviously you can't do in the standard Procreate, and I've not heard great things about Dreams. I use Procreate Dreams. I can show that here in a minute. Let me get it. Let me get Procreate Dreams. So I don't really do sound in Procreate Dreams. I use a separate animator for my sound, or not animator. I use a separate program. So, like, in animating, you get this, and then what you do is you group everything. So, like, this is all a group because I wanted the entire thing to move. So I grouped it as one thing. And then, of course, each individual thing you can animate individually. Like the fish here, I animated individually. And then what you can click to animate, there's just different things you can use to animate it. So, like, you can move it, scale it, distort it. You can use filters. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff you can do in Dreams. Dreams is very simplistic. The only thing I don't like about it is it seems to hiccup on certain things. Like I wanted to animate the bottle cap separately. I wanted to group the bottle cap outside of the bottle, but I couldn't do that. So, like, I had to animate it together. And so the part of the problem is when you group certain things, you can't animate it because it's grouped together. It acts funky. And that's the only thing I really don't like about Procreate Dreams. The point they call out digital artists while using traditional tools is the same thing. It's pretty much the same thing. There's rulers. Moving to Twitch to give. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. I prefer Clip Studio Paint Timeline for so I have not used Clip Studio Paint Timelines. I would like to learn how to use a Clip Studio Paint Timeline for animating. That would be fun. Clip Studio Paint for animating, I have not really used. If you do your sound in another program, do you not animate to audio? I do my audio in a separate program. So I have a video program that I do all my editing, everything on my tablet. And then for the animating part, I just do in Dreams. Just because I can take it anywhere. And what's awesome about Dreams is I can easily transfer my layers from Procreate into Dreams. So actually let me show you all the actual animation. So that's the actual animation that I created. I didn't make the logo. I had someone else make that. But I added the logo in, I believe, either in my editor. I also use a lot of Canva editing. So I pay for Canva and use some editing there as well. And it just depends on what I need for what. I will be right back. I'll be right back. I gotta go change a diaper. Okay. Sorry about that. So that's cute. Thank you. I prefer doing all my sound in a separate program. And then I also prefer to use CapCut as well, like I was saying. So yeah, this is one of the animations I created. And I was saying earlier, like, there's times that I'm really disappointed in my art. And I think this one was one of those times that I'm not entirely happy with this particular animation. And this is where I think I struggle with Procreate Dreams. Like, I wish her arm was a little more fluid. I had to draw I had to basically do each individual frame for her arm moving up and down. And if I had done this on Live 2D, I feel like it would have been a much better animation. But I'm not, like I said, I'm not entirely happy with this animation. I feel like I could have done better. There's a few in here that I did this one for winter one time. This one I was actually, I liked. Was this one of Raria? I think this one was of Raria. I kind of want to redraw her, but I was really happy with this one. I think because like I was able to get the little boomy in the back and draw her armor too. But as far as like Procreate Dreams, I would say that it is. Oh, sorry, you're not even seeing it. I don't even know what I'm doing. This one was of Raria. I'm so sorry. Like I'm sitting here talking about this and y'all can't even see it. This one was of Raria. I think, right? This one was Raria, or was this different character? I was really proud of this one. I'm sorry, y'all couldn't even see it. I didn't even know what I was even doing. This one, this was the one I'm not entirely happy with. Like, I just don't really like how her arm is, like, moving. Yeah, I did a Draw This Neuron Style collab with you. Oh, okay, okay. Boomy is... so that's not... She's not a Boomy. Who was the Boomy? But I usually animate to audio, so that's a different in our processes. That might explain why we prefer different programs. I don't know. I'm not saying it doesn't do that. I just don't know how. I don't know how to do the sound. But I don't typically animate to sound. Like I make live 2Ds, I make GIFs, I make those types of things. Like my BR or my begin frame, the one with the potion, that one in particular does have sound to it, but I added the sound after. So yeah, this is one, like I was saying earlier, I don't think all my art is great. This is the one that I wasn't really happy with. I'm not gonna pronounce this very well. Amelina is the Boomy, Raria is the Resto. Broccoli form. What do you mean broccoli form? I was also like really happy with this animation too. At the time I thought I liked it. I was really, really happy with it. It was a girl with Spirit, like her favorite horse is Spirit, so I drew her and Spirit together. I think this was the first time I made an animation that actually kind of did something. And so this one inspired me to make more animations that did more than just stand there and blow in the wind. The new tree form, oh, it's a stalk of broccoli on steroids. That's hilarious. The broccoli form. Raria is a broccoli. Well, I'm not going to draw broccoli. I'm probably not going to draw her tree form. So I want to redraw this one. I do not like this one. This animation, I want to redraw her. She has a lot going on in her VTuber model. So I want to redraw her differently. She commented recently, this is Mystic Light. Mystic Light commented recently on one of my videos, and I felt so special. So I'm like, I'm going to redraw her. I'm going to make her another one. I'm not happy with this at all. I don't like it. I think it's cruddy. I liked this one. because I kept it close to her style. This artist style. I don't remember the artist name, I'm sorry. But I kept it so close to her style. And look, it's a background, Winter. I actually drew a background. It's a simple background, but it's a background. Mystic in the front of the name seems to be it's a VTuber. Yes. She makes her own models too. She's a really cool VTuber. Probably one of my favorite VTubers. I think you can in Dreams, but just like how audio works in Clip Studio, but I'm glad Procreate Dreams works well for you. I didn't say it works well for me. I'm gonna be honest, like Live 2D is probably the best. It can be so hard finding the right tools as a digital artist. I would recommend, it's free for like a couple of months. Try Live 2D and see what you think. Because Live 2D is probably the best animator I've used so far. Even though I've used like 2, maybe 3, I would say Live 2D is up there. Try it. See what you think. If I animated half of this in Live 2D, it would be like my VTuber's Live 2D. This is all animated via Live 2D, but it can also make animations. So I believe I made my background. This one was Dreams. Yeah, this was all made in Dreams, but it was all simple animations. If you make more complicated animations, Live 2D is a much better program, in my opinion. I liked this one, but I felt like the face looked like super skinny. I liked it. I thought it was cute, but then I'm like, what is going on with that cat's eye? The cat's eye looks like it's bulging out of its head. Oh, nothing like taking so long to type that. The moment passed. Dyslexia is so fun. I have slight dyslexia, so I can sometimes I'll read things backwards or read things weird. So if I do, I apologize. Blender, Xfuse, skeleton, and bone rigging is what I used to do. But how I did the portal, then Blender forced AI update and now costs, at least for me, so I deleted it. I want to learn how to make a 3D model eventually. I think that will be quite the feat, so I haven't done it yet, but I am interested to make a Gladius 3D model. I tried it with Vroid Studio, but I don't think it was as good as I could make in Blender. What I'm really curious, this was one of my favorites, guys. I really liked this one. What I'm curious though is how to make it and have the wings actually look good. So I'd probably have to make like small wings with a small bone structure. Because I wouldn't want the wings to continue to clip through me, because that's what it seems like it could do. I don't know if there's a way to fix that where the wings don't clip through me. But even like all the 3D VTuber models I've seen, I've always seen like their tails and stuff clip through them and all this weird stuff. Moving to Lurk in Shadows, drawing more of a normal Aspire D&D commission. Winter, I'm actually probably going to stop stream soon. I have a lot of real life things I got to get done, so I'm gonna have to probably leave. Oh well, I'm always happy to try new things and have a look at that later. Yeah. It's free. If anything, if your computer can handle it, I recommend just giving it a shot. You might actually like it. So a lot of you do animating on one screen, but you have to create perimeters on the other screen. And then you have to learn how to make a Live 2D character in Essence, but you can use it as an animator. And it's, I think, a really good animator. I'm actually probably going to end stream here pretty soon because, like I said, I have some like real life stuff I got to do, and I'm going to be pretty busy today, so I can't stream all day, unfortunately. Well, you've been demoted to background noise till you close your live. Well, thank you. But you might have to rewatch the Hearthstone live, Winter. You'll like it. Guess what deck I picked? If you hadn't seen it, I picked your deck, the Jaina deck. And it did really well for most of the night, and then I started losing. But look, before we end stream, at least we got this far with my Kenshin drawing. It's not a full body Kenshin, but it is like a half-bodied Kenshin. Real life is sadly important, so that's understandable. Well, thank you for joining the stream, and I know you came in from Katie's stream. I appreciate her. She's amazing. I hope to do another collab with her. Very, very, very kind person. So I'm happy she raided me. I have to figure out how to raid because I don't know how to raid yet. I just started using Twitch, so I'm probably gonna ask her how to raid so I can raid her in the future. Looks so good so far. Thank you, appreciate it. Oh, baby's crying. Well, I will be posting it in the future. I'm probably gonna post it in a video or something. I'm gonna try and post him in a video, so I will show you the end result eventually. This is kind of a sneak peek at what is being drawn, but once it's all colored, it's gonna look amazing. So, well, guys, I'm probably gonna end stream here. Like I said, I have a lot to do. I appreciate all of y'all that have joined the stream. I appreciate all of you guys that came in from the raid and stuck around and, you know, continue to support Katie because she's awesome. Very, very awesome person. So thank you guys for watching and thank y'all for subscribing. I think I gained like quite a few subscribers this stream. So I appreciate all of y'all that came around and subbed and joined me. All support has been really appreciated and it makes me smile, makes me happy. Looks clean like a coloring sheet. I know. That's how I like to draw. I like to draw in coloring sheet looking ways, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying. I can't talk. Well, you guys, y'all have an amazing day. And for those of y'all who are artists, don't quit creating, keep going. And those who are animators, keep on animating. Just keep doing what y'all are doing. And for one, do it for yourself. Love what you do. And then, like, shine your light to the world if you can. If you have to be a closet artist, then be a closet artist. But I really recommend shine your light because this world needs it. Shine your beautiful art.